I know it's one thing. For I'll be my love. For I'll be my love. And say, oh, dry. I forget. I forget that. Why no Chindia? Why no Kelia? Why no Chindia? Why no Kelia? Otoniana, Otasi. Otoniana, Otasi. You be photocopy of your mama, oh. She be photocopy of your mama, oh. Matiamaro, I love you. Who are for me? The money to no, Kelia. Why no, Chindia? Forever and I be my love, baby. Forever and I be my love. Oh, every chance, try. Forget it. I love you. I see me son of you, no, Bobia. What if the son of you, no, Bobia? It's my life. It's my life. Pudumpa, Papa Minchini Moa, every room. A Pidimpa, Papa Minchini Moa, every room. I will give you money. I will give you money. Anything you want to. Just to get your love over me. I will give you money. I will give you money. Oh. Anything you want to. Just to have your love. Oh. Put some sugar in my cocoa. Put some sugar in my cocoa. My cocoa. Forever and I be my love. Forever and I be my love. Oh, every day to say, would try. I forget that. Oh, you, my good. My good. Forever and I be my love. Forever and I be my love. Oh, and to check, who could try.
I can't take your this part without you. Sweet my God, yellow. I know people that you. If I speak English, you I don't want to punish you. I want to punish you. If you say I'm free, you go shut up. I'm going to find you make a problem, baby, like I know. Finish what for you. Oh, tomato. Put me back home. Oh, yeah.
Some of me, I can't just it's good that we go, so bad. See them in me, the bullshit should be. No, I'm a baby. Just the one upon honey, I will go to them. I was up to do. Can't even blame. I need you on the back, never know. I appreciate all the things that we did together. The memories will be with me forever. You would be problem, yeah. Take the piece of that. That can't man. And so Java. Some like I don't know why they know. Some like I do. Some like I do. Some like I don't know why they know. Some like I do. Tell me why we became all this way, we came all this way. But I mean, trying to make a get time, I don't fall past my trouble there. I see a check you will lose in a most summer gas and on the drive crazy. The change, I got the master, make it a bambana. I got a joke. Okay, you see my control. Mama control. I'm glad you know about which you man when you fall. Love this when I'm out of the wall. What to eat? I'm a bus up. Most bosses are the Mama little love. Meanwhile, that play that. I was a match and the number for them. Yes, we start. Seriously, no prevention. But then we to go. Some like I do know I am know. Some like I do. Some like I do. Mama, some like I do know I am know. Some like I do. Some like I do.
Well. We want to say welcome. Once again, this is your host, SUBOR Freeman, coming live from the members of Goyah studio. This is your host from the beautiful state of Minnesota. I want to say welcome. We first and foremost like to take this time to extend our deepest gratitude to all of our supporters, those who couldn't watch us, those who couldn't share the video. We want to take this time to tell God thank you for you every minute of your time that you spend on us. We guarantee you that God will replenish those times and those minutes that you continue to spend on us. In the same vein, we want to say, like we normally do on the show, we begin with telling God thank you for allowing us to see another day, telling God thank you for the gift of life, for protection, for directions, and for guidance. And in this light, like we normally do and we always do, we want to take this time to extend our invitation to you wherever you're watching from. Like we said, every day that we wake up, it is only by His grace and His mercy. And so we meet on the prayer line Monday to Thursday, Monday to Thursday, from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock every day. And so we urge you within your busy schedule to find time, whether it be 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes, find time to seek God guidance. And so one way I do that is by getting on the prayer line 6 to 7 o'clock, 1 hour. So now 1 hour, few minutes. Monday is Thanksgiving. Tuesday, we study the Bible. Wednesday, it is all prayers. People come in with a prayer request. Thursday, we study the Bible. Wednesday and Thursday, we meet in person and online. And so we take this time to extend an open invitation to you that we would love for you to participate. Give it a try. You have nothing to lose. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You can come in, you can listen. And if you don't like it, it's fine. Just say free. I came there, I didn't like it, but I promise you, under the guardianship of Pastor Richard Wanna Cheer, we believe that you will find something meaningful. There is nothing boring in the sight of God. And so, and our telephone number is 763-220-3265. Once again, that telephone number is 763-220-3265. We also want to take this time to say happy birthdays to all those who are celebrating our birthday in this month of August. We pray that God will bless you with long life, all of your heart desire. God will strengthen you. If your birthday fall on your wedding anniversary, we'll say double shout out to you and your special loved one. We pray that God will bless the Holy Matthew homes with love, with peace, unity, and longevity. If you are bereaved, we also want to take this time to extend our deeper condolences to you and your family. We pray that God Almighty will comfort you, God will console you, God will strengthen you during this difficult time of bereavement. With that being said, we lost a friend and a brother, Christopher Nangwe, aka Jacobo, who will be laid to rest tomorrow, Saturday. And the funeral service will take place at Stracker. As you all know, or if you haven't heard, but now that we lost Jacobo week before last Monday in Malaysia. And so we ask that you remember the Davis, the Gibson, and the Nangwe family in your prayers as they go through the difficult time of bereavement. It is never easy to lose a loved one. And so our entire prayers and thought are unto the people of Lokintown and that of the Gibson, the Davis, and the Nangwe family. We pray that God will comfort you, God will console you, God will strengthen you as you people go through the difficult time of bereavement. As you can see, the time is a little after 5 o'clock, 2 minutes after 5 o'clock, Minnesota time. That is, it is 6:02 p.m. on the East Coast. And the West Coast, I think it's almost like maybe 3 o'clock. But wherever you find yourself, be it in East, West, or Midwest, Asia, Africa, Liberia, we want to say welcome to the Maima Goyah studio. This is your host, SUBOR Freeman, coming live from the beautiful state. Today we're going to be looking at, they'll just give you the lineup for today. As you know, if you've been watching the show for some time now, it's called the Weekend Review Friday. We're all happy from Monday to today. So we're going to be looking at that. And we're going to be discussing it, and we're going to be highlighting some important points from what is unfolding, especially in Liberia. I know a lot of time people from in America, yeah, people that are friendly with, and people that truly want to see me succeed. I know all the time they tell me that I always talk about Liberia, and my response to them is because Liberia need us, Liberia need me. And so this country or other part of the world, I believe, is sailing in the right direction. But the reason why I discuss Liberia deeply, it is because the fact that what is unfolding in the country, and we got to keep talking, if Liberia will get to that place we want it to be. Not just by talking, but by also investing into what we believe to be our beloved country. And that leads me to this beautiful point. I want to take this time to extend my sincere gratitude to the men and women of the Maima Goyah Citizen Initiative Engagement for their continuing hard work. Tirelessly, they continue to work to keep their own environment clean. And so, the Gone 26, we had a beautiful celebration. And so, I want to tell God thank you for providing for us. And so, I want to say thanks to the entire leadership, starting with J. Edwin Daniel Jr., Jama, Mugabe, Savannahs, Chris Voodoo, Cotto Greaves, Sia, Pazion, Erickson, and the rest of the team. We say thank you. We appreciate every time, every minute of your time. And this is what we are striving towards, to empower our people to understand the importance of their involvement in keeping our country clean. And so we want to say thank you. And tomorrow, the work continues. Tomorrow we will be in a Nizo community, cleaning our community, and just teaching the young people that if that Liberia will get better, then we almost get involved. I want to recognize Cotto Greaves. I want to say thank you, Edizana Ashley, for tuning in. We want to say thank you to J. Edwin Daniel Jr. I want to say thank you to my beautiful auntie, Masakaba. But before we go any further, I have made up my mind that I will talk about the case every day that God bless me with breath. We are calling upon the government of Liberia to please look into the gruesome murder of our sister who left from Canada that went to Liberia that got killed in cold blood. Up to now, we haven't heard anything. We do not know or understand how far this case is gone. And I'm calling upon the Liberian people. Don't just sit and put your hand between your legs and feel like, oh, I got no part to play because it is not my sister or not my auntie or it's not my mom or I do not know her, especially for us from the diaspora. If it can happen to her, it can happen to any one of us. And that is why we're asking at the government of Liberia. You know, this is the disappointing thing about us. We are so divided to the extent that even when something bad happens, we pretend like it is not our business. And if Liberia will get better, I keep saying this, we have to come together as a nation. And almost going to 3 months, that girl worked so hard, built a beautiful and decent house in Marshall. And that's all we can ask for as Liberians. We're not asking you, we're not asking for anything. We're not asking for government assistance. We appealing to Liberians from around the world in the diaspora to go back home. Wherever you can contribute towards your country, go and do it. In light of that, this sister decided to do just that. And she went to Liberia to contribute towards the development and growth. Her future. And she was murdered in cold blood. But the government is not saying anything. And the Liberian people are sitting supinely. I have to say that girl is she's from space. Even people within her community, in Marshall community, have not shown any interest or frustration to call upon the government to demand justice. This is the disappointing thing. Domestic violence against women in Liberia is something that we have to highlight. She didn't call for that. You know what it means? Your daughter leave from Canada, go to Liberia, build a good house. Just imagine how she was killed in her own house. She got raped, chopped into pieces, put her in a mattress, and burned her. Liberians, is that something that is okay? That we sitting down with your rifle mind? That we can't even show any frustration? Shame on us. And so every time we take the airwave, we will talk about the case until, and it's just a matter of time that we'll mobilize people to demonstrate. But rather, you can get in the street to follow somebody who looted this country for 6 years. We just get our priority wrong, the way we think, and that is why we'll continue to do this show, to continue to remind us as people that it is about time that we start to let common sense prevail. Common sense, something that I believe it is not happening to us. Common sense. And that's the reason why that nothing is happening for us. Now, you know, last week, you heard what happened prior to the 26th. prior to the 26th, you all were happy in Liberia. Fula woman, she's not the only person, but it's something that is common in Liberia. Power theft is very high. And so something that we want good thing, but we do not want to pay for good thing. And every good thing comes with cost. And so we are at the same time saying there is no electricity, there is no water. We want regular current. Regular current we want, but we're not willing to pay for the current. So how do we get reliable and sustainable electricity? And that she's not the only person. And so we all know what happened. LEC in collaboration with the Liberian National Police, trying to find those people who are exploiting Liberia, that you cannot be involved in the power theft. And so the tax folks going from community to community, identifying the power theft and making sure that they are brought to justice. In that in turn, the police were grossly disrespected. Soup was wasted on the officer, including water. They were arrested or had job fell off, and we also what happened in Liberia. But you know, I wanted to talk about one particular issue. And then last week, we saw that the former president of the Liberia Council of Churches, Bishop Kotu Brown, we saw the former president of the Liberia Council of Churches, Bishop Kotu Brown, calling upon authority of Liberia and national police to accelerate the ongoing investigation to the alleged provocation and assault incident involving two of his officers and a Fula woman. And the reason why it is my first topic, because if I'm not making mistake, Bishop Brown was in power, I think, on the former regime. And I'm not part of the Liberia Council of Churches, but when I see him talking as ex-president, something that I have been advocating for, something I've been talking about. Look, in any society, any country, the reason why we have civil society, if you don't know, civil society are like watchdogs. These are the people that keep their eyes on government. These are the people that keep their eyes on government, because you know why? They also dare to help keep the government in check, because part of their duty is to blow alarm if the government is going off track. And I don't know if Bishop Brown was vocal during his tenure as president of the Liberia Council of Churches. I did not feel no impact. But I'm surprised a couple of times now I've seen him pop up to talk about things that is going on in Liberia. And then the question becomes, when he was president, was he limited? And so when I see these type of thing coming from the bishop, I applaud the bishop. But we expect more when you're in leadership, where at the time you have the entire Liberal Council of Churches under your wing. We never felt this type of impact. We never felt this. And Bishop Brown now coming. So, this is where sometimes I just get confused. Because when he was speaking, I don't know right now if his voice carried so much weight, but it was going to be fun if the bishop, and maybe sometimes because I believe he's still part of the Liberal Council of Churches. I believe he's still part of the Liberal Council of Churches. And so we would love to see that. We would love to see that. We would truly love to see the Liberal Council of Churches be very vocal. And so we hope that Bishop Brown will rally the troop. Because what we're saying here is the fact that last week it was a heavy demonstration. And this is what I'm saying. This is where people strive in Liberia. They use this type of thing to divide the country. And so we saw thousands of people going in the street to demonstrate, calling upon the government to the extent that they want the police director to resign. Because people use this type of occasion to capitalize on it, use religion. There is nowhere in the world, like I said, and I stand by that. Only in Liberia, some of the things that we see that happen, no other part of the world. Especially if you are blessed to travel. Let me just limit our discussion. If you went to Guinea, or you went to Africa, or you went to Ghana, or you went to Nigeria, or you went to Mali, or you went to Gambia or Senegal, as I don't care, as a foreigner, or even as an African, it's just certain thing you cannot tamper with. But only in Liberia we see where the Liberian people are being slaves in their own country. Slave in their own country. And the reason is simple. The reason is simple. Is because we do not like each other. And the people that we put in power do not have us a heart. They continue to say our birthright. They continue to say our birthrights. Continue to sell our birthrights. These people continue to make us look like nothing. And that is the reason why the situation are happy with the Fuller woman and the police, is because they know if they do it, they will get away with it. Liberians, we just celebrated 178 years of existence on this earth. Look at us. And it's sad. It's sad because from time in and time out, when one government is in power, they get all of the answer. They get all of the answer. All of the answer. All of the answer. But the moment we give them power, they turn their back. They turn their back on us. They forget about us. And you know, this type of behavior, Liberians, we have to ask ourselves, do we actually deserve this? Do we actually deserve this? The president in July 26 address to the nation recognize that the country is getting hard, the rising cost of living. But you know, until we can start to value and respect ourselves and advocate for ourselves, I can assure you, we can sleep in the church from noon, from morning to sunrise. Nothing will change, because you know what? We have to renew our hearts. Because all we do, we sit down and they seeing people, we keep giving the seeing wicked people authority over the nation. And so prayers, fast and prayer, fast and prayer. And guess what? God reveals some of these people to us. Not just reveal, God go to the extent and even helping us. Greater power, get involved and put these people in check and say, no, slow down. And guess what? We sit down and give these people power. But what am I talking about? Liberian people were crying about Natal Magay be corrupt. They saw when his mom grave was constructed that people 21st century current and people were burning it. People jump, were crying, praying. The former managing director for Freeport, Bill Twawule. Okay. U.S. government said we'll put sanctions on these people, we'll put these people in check. Guess what we did? We rewarded them. We rewarded those people by electing them as senators. But we sit down and then we expect things to happen out of the blue. And so I try to remind the Liberian people that the government of Joseph Boakai running it is not an autocratic government. It is not a military government. It's a democratic government. It got 3 branches of government. You look at the former speaker, Talu, and the poor track record are there. You turn around, you give the people power. The same people that are supposed to advocate on your behalf. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Your national legislature, the president, His Excellency Dr. Joseph Human Boakai. Boakai, I remember in his speech, he said clearly that drugs were going to be public enemy number 1. Public enemy, he said upon as he take office, he declared war on drugs. Now, when the president speak and he follow through by setting up a task force, in my book, he is following through on what he said. He's following through. You say, we are going to make sure that we declare war on drugs. Drugs will be public enemy number 1. He didn't just stop there verbally. He set up a task force. Augustine Gafuan or Natutwe and other people part of that task force. Now, the resources are there. Samuel Kofi, I think Kofi is on our committee. If I'm not making a mistake, I'll still not be corrected. But I remember some of the names. And the reason why I'm saying this to you, because I want you to understand the decision that we keep making. And the committee the committee, because the report that just came up week before last, that if nothing is done about the import of drugs, illicit drugs to the Liberia, we will lose whole generation. We will lose whole generation. Now you left in Liberia. I'm not there. This is a report from the experts. They're saying because at the pace in which drug is coming to Liberia, at the children using it, it's almost a whole generation. They even went further to tell us that in a week time or day, between a week and a day, we're losing 7 children. 7. And so when you hear them tell you, say, if nothing is done to curtail Liberia, we are at risk. We are at risk. Look at our rate that people are dying. Look at our rate that people are dying, our children. And who knows? We're talking about the next president or the next vice president, the next senator for Bonkante, or the next senator for Magibi, or the next representative for Grand Crew, Grand Julia Nima. Every part of the country is engulfed with drugs. Every part. Now the two are serving. But is it serving or more than serving? We don't know. But just think about that. Think about that. And so the president set up the committee, and those people are supposed to appear before your house. Because I think they saw the report, maybe it's only Thursday, and here is it. None of those people show up. None of them show up. But rather, they send representative. And so the hearing did not continue. Because the court said, we cannot conduct the hearing when those people that was selected by the president to lead, and these are people that live in the country, and you'll see what happened in the country. But rather, they stay and they send people. What you doing? You busy? You don't see the rate at which children are dying, or because your children or none of your family is involved? But who do we blame? We blame ourselves because of the type of leadership we continue to put in place. And since then, because they shut it down, the hearing did not continue. Okay, the Youth Expo were also part of that committee. And you send representatives, say, you're good at it. We're busy. What is more important than the future of our country? What is more important than the future? And people live there. They see where it's unfolding. And so we're still waiting to hear from this committee. Are they going to hold these government officials in contempt? But what can we say? Because the lawmakers that you put there to begin with, you sow your birthright by selling your vote. By selling your vote. Ridiculous. And that is why we say, I know from a liberal standpoint, we just feel that the president is the head of the executive branch of government. If we have people that truly love the country, that care for the country, then Liberia will be better. This is a country that this country has been looted every day. Resources living in the billions, but people can't even afford buck of wheat. cup of rice to eat. As we speak tonight, people are going to bed hungry. I got a friend of mine that has his farm in my Oma village in Tori, in our district. He said, come and look at the school. Come and look at the school. Come and see the school. See the school. Come and see the school. Because all of the people that the children have in their graduation or ceremony, all the people they invited to turn it down, they have to ask him to go. But when we vote, we go to the poll, we put party above our national interest. We say our vote for little or nothing. But then we expect change to come to Liberia. We're lying to ourselves. We are lying to ourselves. Liberians, when will we learn? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Are you saying we that stupid? That the very few people will continue to make mockery out of us? Liberia is not big. And that thing got to me so bad. So bad. Can you imagine? You saw the report. They tell you, say, if nothing is done, we'll lose whole generation. Whole generation. And the evidence is there. The evidence is there. The evidence is there. The evidence is there. We'll lose whole generation of drugs. And then they call the committee members to come and tell us, what are you people doing? This is a national crisis. This is a national crisis. But look at, people are mute. And when are getting to me, they send people go there. So that alone should tell you that they don't care. They do not care. And so I'm waiting to see now, beginning of next week, I want to see what your national legislature going to do. Those that are responsible, that are chairing that committee, are they going to sit and put their hand between their legs? I can tell you the answer is yes, because you know why? They run to the people's office and beg for everything, despite all the money that they're making. Friday, the day, senators and representatives going from office to office begging. They got no respect. They have no integrity. You don't know what to do with money. And that is why a minister or a deputy minister can tell you, say, we're not coming. We're not coming. But I bet, few years from now, these people will come back and they will ask for your vote. And so we'll play your music, and then I will show you a video. And I want you to listen to the brother that's speaking. Just what I'm saying. You know, people send us different documentaries, and we're asking people go around the country. And so we'll play this music while getting that video ready. When we come back, we'll dive into that and tell you that it is about time that we open our eyes. Open our eyes. If we truly want our brother to be better, it is coming upon us. Stop selling your votes. Stop putting party above your children's future. Stop getting in the street to back foolish people. Use your time wisely. Use your resources, your energy wisely. It does not make sense. All right, we're going to pause there. I think we got the video now. All right, you see, I want you to take a look, and I want you to listen to this brother here. He's in Lower Bon County. Lower Bon County. And I want you to listen for yourself. And there will be, more video will be coming. And these are areas that resources are coming from. Diamond, logs, you name it. Go and listen. Listen to the brother.
Tour. And what I'm looking at, somebody will say, I know Babra. How do you call it Babra? This place, we are in Pengbas town. And this is the Pengbas town. So we continue our tour. And what I'm looking at, somebody will say, I know Babra. How do you call it Babra? This place, we are in Pengbas town. And this is the Pengbas town public school. Which client are we in? Yabayong Klein. Former district, Lower Bon County, number 7. For the family is a representative of this district. We have county education officer, we have district education officer.
School.
Now, let me take you in the public school. Because public school, when they say public, it's owned by the government. That is a Brempo only. You look at the school. This is the Ministry of Education run school. The Ministry of Education running the place here. I think it's an office here. So, but look at the fellow Liberians. Look what they did here. All the millions of dollars given to the Ministry of Education. This is the Pengbas Town Public School. This is where the people, the young generation, the children who's supposed to take over from Goyah, His Excellency, the children who's supposed to take over from Richard Kuhn, the children who's supposed to take over from Vice President Pan, Yogi Kanga Lawrence, they're supposed to take over. This is where they sit fellow Liberians. You see here, June 6, 2025. June 6, 2025. So yesterday, the children sat here. This is where they sit, right here. Jill, come. We in class. Jill, come. We in class. Come sit down there. The teacher. Look what they will listen to the teacher. My father, my mother, my sister, my brother,
sister is mine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that the place. Do you say that here?
Right, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, steady.
Yeah.
Class what? 1. My father's sister is my who? The auntie.
My auntie.
Okay. My mother is my uncle. My sister is my sister. My father brother is my uncle. So when we went tomorrow, I come to your bread tomorrow. He come here also in the bread. This is what we see.
This is what you see here. A public school, fellow Liberians, run by the Ministry of Education. Don't say it's not in function. It's functioning because what you see over there, June 6, 2025. Today is June 7, Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. This is where the generation of this country, education is not a privilege, but it's a right to all Liberians. Whether you're rich, you're poor, fellow Liberians, look at it. Share the video. Look here where the children sit. This is where they sit. Let's go to the next class. Yeah. So that's what they use. Yeah.
Teacher, we want to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, almost reset now. You almost reset. Let go. Okay. Let go. This is another class. June 6. So where are the kids sitting? Where? So for what we're seeing here, not on a grade second or grade 2, what? You see there? Second and third. In a second and third, 6 what? 6 period math. And you see, June 6, right? 2025. So the students were here yesterday. So where do they sit? So they come with their own chairs. And they sit in Monrovia and they say they are running public schools. This is another class here, fellow Liberians. This is another class.
And so we just wanted to show you
Why God even brought my mother to Nigeria?
that video there. And like the brother said, who is the representative? District number 7, they call the brother family. So Liberia now is Monrovia.
Education officer. Where is the district education officer?
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Just think about that. And you know something that he didn't talk about in the video that I want people to understand? There's a risk. There's a risk. If our children in that place, look at that thing, it can collapse anytime. Collapse. Like the brother said, the person is supposed to be the next president or the next vice president or the next or speaker or the next medical doctor. Look at that building. And when we tell people that we support the fact that Trump will pause, then people question our loyalty to our country. Just within 2017 to 2023, pretty close to $200 million was spent. And what was spent on? Education and healthcare infrastructure. Go look at the hospitals. So why should we be working here double, triple, and the people doing nothing for our people suffering? Look at our schools. And this guy is going around and doing more videos. Like I said, I got another one, my friend is there. We'll play it for you. See the school buildings. So when the last time you think the representative went over there? When the last time? Look at the blackboards. That school when it rain. Ego. But when we go into the poll to vote, we think about political party, we think about individual. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we heading to? Money coming through the system. Money is coming. Every country has a country development fund. When the budget is passed, millions of dollars are in those budgets. When now you think the Minister of Education, like the brother said, you got district education officers. Okay, let's see. You see, I like what he did. Now, when we talk about structure wise, that's why we tell you, say, Liberia problem is, I declare Liberia problem a national emergency and disaster. Because I said it and I will say it again. When Open was there, I told the people, name one person that opened jail for doing the right thing. I really want to see it. Joseph Boakai is just the president. But now they say they got district educational officer. So the minister is right there. They got federal deputy ministers. Deputy minister for administration, deputy minister for operation, deputy minister, you name it. And so the district officers, now you got a county officer that in charge of the entire county. And because the county officer can be all over, they break it down into districts. So are you telling me the district officer is now going within it? Did you say the whole Bonkate? No, did not say the whole Bonkate. They're in a district. They're in a district, they got clients. And so these people should be able to go making sure that all government schools within the district are well furnished. And make that report to the county. The other day will show you a video here. In the same Bonkate. And a cap. They can't have to plead. Because the school is not accessible. It's not accessible. Where are we going, my people? Where are we going? But now we see that the president provided 300,000 to 300,000. And I want those people, again, like I said, we spend our resources and our time foolishly. And I'm not backing down from that. I'm not backing down. The president just gave 300,000. Why are we so particular about war crime code? Why are we so particular about war crime code? What do we really want to prove? Are we truly serious to unite the country? Or want to divide the country more? If we spend 300,000 to prosecute people. Now, let me make this clear. Do I want war crime code? Do I want justice? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But is this a time to talk about war crime code? No. Look at our schools. Look at the healthcare system. Again, is spending or using our resources the right time. Look at the schools. Look at our hospitals. Because there is no opportunity. A friend of mine died in Malaysia just for greener pasture. Had to leave to go to Malaysia to make living. To marry the burying. Look at the schools, government schools. Go just within Maserati County. We will be sending people to go do recording for us in this very popular school in Monrovia, and they'll say on that video we'll play for you. Go and see the schools. Dilapidated schools. We are in the 21st century. What the heck we talking? And we say we want war crime code. When our children are dying, they're telling us if nothing is done, we'll lose whole generation of drugs. And some of these people, when Opponent were in power, when Eddie were in power, they were criticizing. What are we? What we looking? Look at our school. My people, we are appealing to our leaders. But you know the sad thing? We will never ever learn. Because before we make our mind the next election, the same people will come with little or nothing and will vote for them. And that's why when we're talking to a good friend of mine into the district on a farm. And I told him, I said, sometimes the people have to feel the impact. Because you're telling me, he said, look at the schools. Look at the schools. These are the people, the past 6 years, they elected somebody who never ever stepped into the district. Your lawmaker never stepped there. And guess what? The people went ahead and elected a Fula woman for to the district. It's happening all over the country. Somebody who can relate to you. We selfish, self-centered, very mean. And some of when we say we support some of the measures that President Donald Trump has put in place, Liberians, open your eyes. They don't care because they send our children to America. They send our girlfriend and women to come and give birth in America. They didn't give for feed. And that's why I'm in favor. No, we don't. Let review all the money that have been going. Because if you tell a line, go back, look at Liberia. How much money are given to Liberia for hospital, for schools? We just saw a school in Lower Bonkate. District number 7, we just saw a school right there. Where the money going? And so, from Monday to Friday, for no reason, the president changed his cars. Bought brand new cars. Now, the government get 300,000 US. 300,000 to facilitate. Why can't we put the war crown court issue on hold and address the pressing issues that are facing the nation right now? If I was talking to the president, I would think he said, no, don't get out 300,000. Let go assess all of the schools. And if he asks me, I can understand what the president coming from because, hey, in the national budget, your very lawmakers that pass the budget, your very lawmakers that pass the budget. Now, here's how it works. The president, the executive branch of government, the money that we need to run the country for a year, they send out money to the national legislature. They go through line by line. And so why are they not asking the question? And so money going there already. But look at the schools. Look at your hospital. Go to the very hospitals, government hospital in the very counties, Leeward counties, even in Masorado County. Go look at the hospitals. Go look at public schools. So you see the problem is not one man. Joseph, I understand, Joseph Boyka can't do it alone. I'm sorry. And some of those people that were criticizing the late with our thought, but that's what get to me the most. When our country on the right path and we're misled, we all have to do it collectively. Let's do the right thing. They bribe your lawmaker, they bribe your government official, they loot our resources, they're giving them chicken change. And that's the reason why when someone in leave offices, they broke. They got nothing to show because the money is cursed. Liberians, don't sit there and expect things to happen for you. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself. And so let's recap. The time is 6 o'clock. I want also recap. Today's show, as you all know, we do weekend review Friday. Last, on the 23rd, we all know what happened. Demonstration in the street. Because Haji felt somebody assaulted the pudi went to arrest them. Haji fell off. People took to the street. Our sister left from Canada, built a morning house in Marshall area. Brutally murdered. Up to now, they haven't brought the perpetrator to justice. And everybody put a hand between their legs. The report came out last week. They told us if nothing is done, we stand to lose whole generation from drugs. People dying, children are dying in number 7 per week or 7 per day. If nothing is done, immediately we understand there was a task force set up by the president. Your house called those people this week to appear to talk about the pressing issue. None of them show up. None of them show up. They send representatives. And so the house said, no, we can't proceed with the hearing. We cannot. We're not going to have the discussion because we want to see those people that are in authority. And so we see the president giving 300,000, approving 300,000 to go towards the setting of the war crime code. Now, all in all, my point to summarize everything, I still believe that we use our energy and our time and our resources for the wrong reason. And so we show you that video. We say, look at the school in district number 7, Lower Bond County. Family is the man who represents our district. We have to wake up from the slum. We have to open our eyes. If our advisor, the president, are telling to pause the war crime code, let us address those pressing issues right now. Local hospitals. I was told somebody gave birth right under the redemption of where because they didn't have the money and the people refused to admit them. In the process, the person delivered right outside. If you look at all government institutions, the ministry there are dirty. Dirty ministry. The hospital there, nothing there. The school, nothing. But people fly in the street with $50,000 car, $75,000 car, $40,000 car. Look at the lawmaker. Each of them getting $45,000 for cars. But you feel good to call that person your leader or your lawmaker. And so the point I'm trying to make here is, we just show you a video. The point I'm trying to make here is, we deserve better. You think God just put you on the earth to beg every day? You might just be a beggar before you can feed your children. Some of you poor go, you hustle all day, you come, but you got nothing. They have reduced us to beggars. And so, if we will be successful, I told you all during the elections, if Liberia will move forward, everyone all must get involved. Liberia is the only country that they treat us any way they want to treat us, and we sit down there, we accept it. We're the only point in the world that the people will treat us like anything, and we accept it. Where you see people go to school, graduating from colleges, and they bring over 10,000 people and hire different people and leave our people. Only Liberia see that one happen. Ask anybody who travel. Just within West Africa, they will tell you. And your lawmakers, your lawmakers, they're comfortable. Your ministers and how you call them, they're comfortable because why? They gave them little or nothing. Little or nothing. and they sell our birthright. My people, Liberians, forget about partisan. Forget about party. Nation should be about party. We must go to these lawmakers. We must hold them. We must hold them accountable. We deserve better. They're not supposed to enslave us. They're supposed to serve us. They're supposed to serve us. That's why we pay them good money. And then sometimes some of you get vexed with some of us. You think we can carry the burden? That anchor you get to what's up, direct that anchor to your lawmakers. Direct that anchor to your government. They're supposed to pave the way. They're supposed to create the atmosphere, the condition for you to live a better life. And so tonight we remind you, we want to say thanks to each and every one of you. Hopefully, we can go back to our sin schedule, because the reason why we have been off on Wednesday is because our prayer schedule changed. Wednesday, fast and pray. And Wednesday, when we do fast and pray, I can come on the air. So hopefully we'll go back to our regular schedule. And so spread the video. Tonight, if you go to bed, look at your child or look at your children and say, I owe it to my children to fight for the future for my children. Look at your child or look at your children, look at your neighbor, look at your family. You owe it to your children, to your great-grandchildren, to fight for the future. And therefore, we must unite in a single voice to say we deserve better. We're not going to take it anymore. We deserve better schools. We deserve better hospitals. We deserve better paying jobs. We deserve better roads. Tonight, some people are sleeping in house that the whole house is flooded with rain, water. And you got few people running around town, riding luxury cars. If nothing will move you, let the message move you. Go to bed. Look at your children tonight. Turn around. Look at them in the bed. And so I can't do that anymore. I can't. Don't waste your time listening to gossip. As we are praying and asking God for divine intervention, then we must play our part. We must play our part. And so tonight, we want to say thank you. We'll play some music for you as we wrap up. You know, we want to cap up this segment here by the orator who deliver the 26th day, what we call independence speech. And I think Mr. Dunn did a brilliant job. And so I want to read this speech. And we want you to listen. Powerful speech. Because people told me about his speech. Powerful speech. And I hope as we wrap up this week, we want to remind you about those sober words. I don't know how many of us listen to the orators, but it is customary, it is traditional. Emmett L. Dunn, who spoke. We all remember last year, the controversy when that lady spoke. But Dunn, who served as presidential special envoy for partnership and philanthropy, used his national platform to urge President Boakai to take bold and immediate steps to address the country's worsening economic crisis. In a tone both urgent and uncompromising, Dunn said a hungry child cannot wait for macroeconomic policy. A farmer without tools cannot wait for committee reports. And a mother who cannot afford health care for her child does not need promises. She needs solutions. His remark drew solemn silence from the audience and sparked immediate reaction from President Boakai, who acknowledged the persistent contradiction between falling import costs and stubbornly high prices of goods and services across the country. This contradiction, where import costs have fallen yet market price remain high, require urgent attention. Urgent attention. I can't find the entire speech for this guy, but I hope. So, I mean, just listen to what he said. Just listen to what he said. He said, in a tune both urgent and uncompromising. Don't say a hungry child cannot wait for macroeconomic policy. A farmer without tools cannot wait for committee reports. And that's all we get all the time. Committee, 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 investigate, committee, investigate. Gosh, when will the result come? A mother, a mother who cannot afford health care for her child does not need promises. A mother who needs health care does not need promises. She needs solutions. My people, I'm telling y'all, we will stop here. We don't want to take all of your time. But again, share the video. Share the video. Next week, we will be back here, same time, same place. Until then, this is your host, SUBOR Freeman, saying so long from the beautiful state of Minnesota, and we leave you with this. Photo Breed, we want to say thank you. We're on Bodo Shop, we say thank you. Melfred Vodia, we say thank you. J. Edwin Daniel, we say thank you. Arizona Ashley, oh man, thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much for your general contribution. Masa Kababa, beautiful enter, we say thank you.